State Senator Tony Hwang, we are here at the state capitol to kind of recognize an incredible opportunity of giving and charity. I'll start by making a comment on a quote that I just saw that, and I'm going to quote Mr. Rogers, because in this time and troubles of disaster and uncertainty, I still remember the quote in which they cited the fact that there are helpers all around us, that in your uncertainty and your fear, all you need to do is look around you and look for the helpers that are here for you. Well, we're here to recognize our frontline medical providers that are the helpers in saving people's lives. And so for me, it is an incredible honor and privilege to recognize one of our healthcare providers, the Vice President of Medical Affairs, Dr. Adam Steinberg, who is going to talk about the challenges they have and where we are making a contribution and helping out by these donations by the Chinese American community. So Dr. Steinberg.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're incredibly thankful for the generosity from the community and everything you see behind me. This is definitely going to make a huge difference for the way that our providers and our full healthcare team, which we also call our true heroes, and how they provide care to our patients. And this is just life-saving things will be able to be done because of what we have behind us. We are still in need. We're still in need of hand gel as well as hand sanitizers, but this behind me right here, this is just a huge difference. And I can't express our thanks any more than just thank you. If anyone out there has any other donations, please go to hartfordhealthcare.org/PPE. That's hartfordhealthcare.org/PPE. So just thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Steinberg, I appreciate you taking the time to joining us here and acknowledging the contributions, but I really am at a loss of words for me to acknowledge from all the people that we represent throughout this great state of healthcare providers, your nurses, and your support workers that are at the front line, and particularly with the poignant news of having lost one of your healthcare workers. It really reminds us of the devastating impact of this disease and the infectious nature. So thank you for being here. And I want to also acknowledge that as we acknowledge the frontline helpers that are making differences in our community, I also want to acknowledge all the other people in our community that are stepping up and helping. One such example is the Chinese American community. What you see behind us is our contributions that are made by Connecticut Chinese Americans as well as Chinese Americans throughout the world that have been able to procure through their own personal funds and made a contribution to help those impacted by this insidious pandemic. So I want to be able to invite Zuzu Wu, who is representing the Chinese American community and the work that they've done, to talk about their efforts, but also what really drives them to want to be an integral part of helping this community in need. Zuzu?
Hi, everyone. I echo whatever Senator Hwang has said. Healthcare workers, they are our heroes. They come and work every day to fight the COVID-19 while striving to save and rescue patients' life. So we appreciate their contributions. So we, the Chinese Americans, feel urgent that we should stand with our government and the people in Connecticut to fight COVID-19 and also support our healthcare providers. So I'm leading a group of the volunteers, the more than 170 people, and as well as the more other hundreds of people from Fairfield County, New Haven County, all over the Connecticut. We have been working very hard to get the PPEs over the seas. So we try our best to ask friends, to send PPEs from China, Japan, etc. So far, on the record, just on the record, we have delivered 15,000 masks and almost like 9,000 medical coveralls. And there are many people, the charities and the non-profit orgs, they contributed enormously. So it's off the record. One word, what we can do is try our best to support and wish we can go through the COVID-19 pandemic quickly. And we wish everything well with all the healthcare workers. Thank you.
Thank you, Zuzu. And it's important to note that, as Dr. Steinberg said, there is still a tremendous need in the community. And what Zuzu mentioned was the fact that this is a culmination of a statewide collaboration of Chinese Americans. But I'd be remiss in not acknowledging so many of our neighbors from all ethnic backgrounds, all cultures that have all stepped up. This is a worldwide pandemic that's affecting everyone that we know. And with that said, we want to acknowledge all the helpers that have stepped up to make a difference. But today, we want to acknowledge the Chinese American community for a cumulative 6-week contribution of the incredible numbers that you're talking about. We just did a delivery at the Yale Medical School to provide for healthcare providers there. This is about people stepping up and making a difference. And for all of those that are watching this, heed Dr. Steinberg's call for more. We need to protect our frontline workers. And at that said, we'd be happy to take any more questions, but I want to thank you for being here and thank you for acknowledging these wonderful people for their sacrifice and their contributions to their community.